they want to throw you to the wayside.
Yeah, I mean, it just once you get around someone, you be looking up to these people so bad, and like once you get around, they don't be who they say they, who they portray to be. You be like, damn.
What set you off that you was like, I gotta do that?
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me.
In the least amount of fights, you know, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Ahead of Gervonta Tank Davis's fight against Lamont Roach, tension escalates as Floyd Mayweather gets involved in Roach's camp. Davis felt betrayed by his former mentor, who questioned Mayweather's loyalty. With the fight approaching, the unexpected move adds more drama, fueling speculation about Mayweather's true intentions in the boxing world. Tank Davis recently opened up about his experience with Floyd Mayweather and how he felt betrayed over time. During a discussion, the host brought up how people can place someone in an opportunity, but often for their own benefit. When that person is no longer useful, they are discarded. The host reflected on personal experiences and made it clear he wasn't directly accusing Mayweather, but rather speaking generally about how people operate in such situations.
In the world, he came and got Tank, and it's like, yo, that's what we needed when they talking to Baltimore. And like as time go on, again, I have no idea. You correct me at any time, but we see like just little back and forth between y'all two. And again, I have no idea, bro. So you can always stop me or correct me. We could, whatever. But I'm looking at like, it's crazy how people can put you in opportunities, right? But and I don't want to misspeak, but it just seems like, it's because I've experienced that people can, and maybe not for Floyd, so let me just preface that. It's like people can put you in opportunities because they can, but it's all to help them out. And then when you're not useful for them no more, they want to throw you to the wayside.
Yeah, I mean, it just...
Tank responded by saying that once people get close to someone they once admired, they begin to see who that person really is. The image they have in their mind doesn't always match reality, which can be a disappointing and painful experience. He admitted that this realization hurt him, but also pushed him to go his own way and do things independently.
Yeah, I mean, it just once you get around someone, you be looking up to these people so bad, and like once you get around, they don't be who they say they is or who they portray to be. You be like, damn, it's damn near like it's a letdown. So you be more so hurt off, you know. So it's like I just go my own way, like I do my own thing and things like that. So that's more so that's what it was, and that's cool. It's just like you just don't vibe with like what they on, and that's, you know. I mean, I've been in a situation where though, like, you know, I was in a lose-lose situation. Now, what came out still on top?
With Floyd? You said, what was the lose-lose situation? What you mean?
Just a little situation that he put me in to, you know, make me.
Tank then explained that his situation with Floyd was a lose-lose for him. When asked to clarify, he recalled a specific moment in his career. He pointed to his first world title fight when he was just 21 years old, with a record of 16-0. At that time, he hadn't fought in 7 to 8 months and was earning only around $10,000 per fight. Being kept inactive for such a long period put him at a disadvantage, making him vulnerable to losing. Tank implied that Floyd may have intentionally put him in that difficult position, expecting him to fail. However, despite the odds, he managed to come out on top. His words suggest that he believes Floyd saw him as a business asset rather than a true protege, setting him up for challenges that could have ended his rise. This experience reinforced Tank's belief that he needed to take control of his own career rather than rely on others.
What came out still on top?
With Floyd? You said, what was the lose-lose situation? What you mean?
Just a little situation that he put me in to, you know, make me lose. But he thought I was going to lose, but...
You talking about like a boxing match or?
Yeah, boxing match.
Ooh, if you don't mind. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Joseph Pedraza, my first world title. I was 16-0. I was 16-0. 16-0. And I was 21 at the time. And I haven't fought in like 7 or 8 months. And around that time, I wasn't making that much money. I probably was making like $10,000 a fight.
Mm.
So 6 months is crazy to not fight, you know. So when they came back and was like, all right, you gotta fight. He was like, you gotta fight this fighter, which is Joseph Pedraza. If you don't fight him, you're not fighting. You sitting on a shelf. So I had to fight him.
Mm.
In the midst of all that happened, I got evicted. I had to sell my jewelry. So now, and remind you, I'm letting them boxers that you talking about, I'm putting them on game.
Tank always listened to Floyd Mayweather's advice. Whatever Floyd told him, he accepted it without question. Their relationship was built on trust, with Floyd guiding him through his career, but over time, things changed. The two had a falling out and their relationship became strained. Now Tank no longer follows Floyd's advice and doesn't seek his guidance the way he once did. The tension between them grew even more after Floyd was seen getting involved in Lamont Roach's camp ahead of Tank's upcoming fight. Tank felt betrayed, questioning why his former mentor would align himself with someone he was about to face in the ring. This isn't the first time he's been frustrated with Floyd's actions. He also didn't like when Floyd gave advice to Frank Martin ahead of his fight. It made Tank feel like Floyd wasn't on his side anymore, but instead supporting fighters who were going up against him. With the fight against Roach approaching, Floyd's involvement adds more drama. Many fans are now wondering if Floyd's move was intentional or if he simply doesn't see himself as part of Tank's team anymore. Either way, Tank has made it clear he doesn't appreciate it. The once strong bond between them seems beyond repair, and Tank is focused on moving forward without Floyd's guidance. Now he stands on his own, proving that he doesn't need Floyd in his corner to dominate the boxing world.
He just gave me good, great words. He was telling me just stay calm. I always like to listen to Floyd when it comes to big stages like this, because he's the only one that been in my shoes and been like in these type of fights. You know what I mean? So I always try to stay close to Floyd when stuff like this happens. You know what I mean? Just to keep me humble and like have me on the right track. You know what I mean? So I always appreciate Floyd for being in my corner, having my back. Always, you know what I mean? So as always, there'll be love for Floyd Mayweather.
All right, as we get ready to let your...
In the past, while Tank was still under Floyd Mayweather's promotion, Floyd also trained Frank Martin, who would later become one of Tank's opponents. This raised eyebrows as Floyd was supposed to be guiding Tank's career, but was also working with a potential rival. Even then, Tank didn't question Floyd's actions, trusting his mentor completely. However, looking back, it now seems like Floyd may have been setting up challenges for Tank rather than fully supporting him.
Young fighters, he loves to embrace guys. So what was being around, talking to Floyd? Like, what has Floyd taught you about fighting? And has it made you a better fighter? Because he could tell me all day to do that shit he does. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what does being around a guy like Floyd do for you?
He could tell you, go run at 2 in the morning. You know, go do it when, because 9 times out of 10, we know your opponent sleep at that time. So go run at 2 in the morning and go give yourself a mental edge, you know, like, because you know you out there working every night at 2 in the morning running. That's a lot of the times your opponent sleep. You know, it could be little things that'll take you to the next level. You know, that Floyd, a person like Floyd, like if he tell you that, you gonna take a lot of heave to it and it's gonna give you a different type of motivation when you doing it. He could show you something. You know, and it could be the same thing. You know, you might not be able to do it like him, but just it coming from him, it'll give you like a different type of like feel about yourself.
Frank Martin openly shared how Floyd Mayweather's advice motivated him ahead of his fight. Floyd, known for his strategic mindset, gave Martin key insights that helped him prepare at a higher level. Martin expressed how valuable the advice was, saying it gave him a new perspective and added confidence in the ring. However, Tank saw this differently. Floyd wasn't just giving general advice, he was sharing strategies that Tank himself had used in the ring. This raised suspicions that Floyd wanted Tank to lose. By guiding Martin, Floyd wasn't just helping another fighter, he was preparing someone to counter Tank's style. This situation deepened the tension between Tank and Floyd. Tank had once trusted Floyd's guidance completely, always listening to his advice, but their relationship had soured over time. Seeing Floyd give strategic tips to someone he could potentially face made Tank question Floyd's true intentions. It wasn't just about mentoring another fighter, it felt personal. Tank no longer sees Floyd as someone in his corner. Instead, he's moving forward without relying on his former mentor. He understands that in boxing, loyalty is rare, and even those who once stood beside him might not always want to see him win. Now, Tank is determined to prove himself without Floyd's guidance, showing that he can dominate the ring on his own terms.
I'm from Baltimore. He's not from D.C. That's what I learned. I thought he was from D.C. too. D.C. my second home. I've been coming up here since I was 9 years old, even younger. So I'm not really trying to get in his personal business. Probably just showing him that, you know, I could do anything, especially in your backyard.
You gonna feel all this shit we gotta do? Look, hey Tank, we gonna go 35 for 12.
Many years ago, legendary champion Marvin Hagler remarked that it's hard to get up and do road work at 5 a.m.
From the very beginning, Floyd Mayweather supported Tank Davis. He brought him into his team, guided him, and helped shape him into the champion he is today. Floyd gave Tank the opportunities, advice, and exposure that many fighters dream of. Tank was loyal in return, always listening to Floyd, following his advice, and trusting that Floyd had his best interests at heart. Their relationship wasn't just about boxing. It was built on mentorship and respect. But over time, things changed. The trust that once existed between them started to fade. The real issue isn't just that Floyd has worked with other fighters, it's that he has seemingly positioned himself against Tank. Supporting Frank Martin was one thing, but actively giving him strategic advice, knowing he could one day fight Tank, made Tank question Floyd's intentions. It wasn't just mentorship, it felt like betrayal. Then, Floyd got involved in Lamont Roach's camp ahead of Tank's upcoming fight. That was the breaking point. For Tank, it confirmed that Floyd wasn't on his side anymore. It wasn't about helping young fighters, it was about working against someone he once called his own. That's what hurts Tank the most. Not just that Floyd is training others, but that he's giving opponents the tools to beat him. Tank once saw Floyd as a mentor, someone who had his back no matter what. But now, he realizes he has to stand alone. He's no longer looking for Floyd's guidance, and he's not expecting loyalty from him anymore. The betrayal is what truly upsets him, not losing a mentor, but realizing that the man who once supported him is now working against him.
You're backed by arguably one of the greatest of all time, right?
What are we rating ourselves on? What are we rating on?
Okay.
Well, we're gonna know. In the least amount of fights, you know, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
On a recent podcast, Tank Davis opened up about his frustrations with Floyd Mayweather, revealing that many people don't see what's really happening behind the scenes. He made it clear that Floyd isn't just mentoring other fighters, he's actively working against him. According to Tank, the public only sees the surface-level interactions, but behind closed doors, Floyd has been making moves that feel like direct attacks on him. Tank expressed that this isn't just about Floyd supporting other boxers. It's about Floyd positioning himself in ways that seem like he's trying to hurt Tank's career. Whether it's giving strategic advice to Frank Martin or getting involved in Lamont Roach's camp ahead of Tank's fight, it all feels personal. He believes Floyd is intentionally going against him, but many fans and insiders don't fully understand the situation. During the podcast, Tank made it clear that he's no longer interested in looking to Floyd for support or approval. The days of him following Floyd's advice without question are over. He sees what's happening now and is ready to move forward on his own. He acknowledged that while Floyd helped him in the past, that loyalty isn't there anymore. Tank also hinted that there's more to the story than what the public knows. He suggested that if people really paid attention, they'd see how Floyd has been moving against him. While he didn't reveal everything, his words made one thing clear. He feels betrayed, and he's done pretending everything is fine. Now, he's focused on his career, proving he doesn't need Floyd's backing to stay on top in the boxing world.
Now, how are you feeling? We're pretty close. We're pretty close to it. How are you feeling right now?
I feel good, man. Feel good. Getting close, and you know, somebody like Lamar is like fighting somebody like, you know, it's gonna feel like the amateurs type of vibe. Like,
okay,
you feel me? Not the no. The only thing I said the amateurs because I fought him before when I was coming up.
Okay,
type of vibe. So I feel though it's gonna be a good fight. I'm excited. He's come with his people and things like that. He's
In the amateurs, he said he beat you in that.
He didn't beat me. No, he didn't beat me.
Okay.
It's gonna show March the 1st.
Tank Davis didn't hold back. He said that Floyd Mayweather doesn't realize how close Tank is to surpassing him. According to Tank, Floyd sees what's happening but refuses to accept that Tank is just a step away from reaching his level. Instead of supporting him, Floyd seems to be working against him, as if he wants to slow down his rise. Tank acknowledged that Floyd was a legend in the sport, but times change. He believes he's on the verge of taking that top spot, and maybe that's what's bothering Floyd. Instead of embracing his success, Floyd appears to be setting up obstacles, like when he gives Frank Martin strategic advice or gets involved in Lamont Roach's camp before Tank's fight. These moves don't seem random to Tank, they feel intentional. Tank said that if Floyd really believed in him, he wouldn't be trying to position other fighters against him. But it doesn't matter. Tank is focused on his career and knows he's on the right path. He's confident that soon, people won't be talking about Floyd's era, they'll be talking about Tank's. He made it clear that he's not chasing Floyd's approval anymore. The difference between them now is that Floyd is holding on to the past while Tank is looking toward the future. And in Tank's mind, it won't be long before he's not just competing at the highest level, he'll be sitting at the very top, in the same place Floyd once did. But this time, it'll be his own legacy, built without Floyd's help.
What set you off that you was like, I gotta do that?
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing
this is
it.
exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank, don't cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
On a recent podcast, Tank Davis made a bold statement saying he believes he's more talented than Floyd Mayweather. However, he quickly took it back, not wanting to compare himself directly to the boxing legend. Instead, he shifted the focus to the current generation of fighters, making it clear that skill for skill, nobody can match him. Tank confidently stated that no one fighting on TV right now can mess with him. He believes his skills, power, and fighting IQ put him ahead of everyone in the sport today. While many compare him to Floyd, Tank wants people to understand that he is in a league of his own. By taking back his comment about being more talented than Floyd, Tank avoided directly disrespecting his former mentor. However, his message remained strong. He sees himself as the most skilled fighter in boxing right now, regardless of past legends. Tank's confidence isn't new. He has always believed in his abilities, but now, with multiple dominant performances under his belt, he feels it's undeniable. While Floyd's legacy is secure, Tank is focused on building his own, proving that he doesn't just belong at the top, he is the top. As Tank Davis prepares to fight Lamont Roach, he is ready to show just how powerful he is. While some critics are calling this fight a cherry pick, the reality is far different. Roach is a champion in his own right, and this fight isn't just about Tank defending his status, it's about proving a point. With all the tension surrounding this fight, the stakes feel even higher. Rumors have surfaced that Floyd Mayweather has been training Roach, or at least giving him advice. Whether true or not, it adds fuel to the fire, making this matchup even more intense. Fans are now looking at this fight as more than just another title defense. It's a statement. Tank isn't just stepping into the ring to win. He's stepping in to show that no strategy, no game plan, and no outside influence can bring him down. People are now expecting Tank to make a statement. He has already addressed the situation with Floyd and how he feels about the alleged betrayal, but words aren't enough. The fight is his real opportunity to show who he is and why no one in boxing can touch him. He has made it clear that no opponent's strategy can break him, and no mentor's advice can stop him from dominating. With all eyes on this fight, fans believe Tank will prove once and for all that he is the best in the game. Whether Roach is getting extra help or not, Tank is determined to show that nothing can stop him. This fight isn't just about defending a title, it's about shutting down the doubts and proving that he is untouchable in the boxing world.
I feel like my skill is way better than like Floyd. Like if I'm on my game. I'll take that. Probably had it. But skill for skill, none of these guys
I guess, embarrassing. Like, because again, we see you make posts on the story like the fight not happening. Like, my biggest fear, I don't never want to get embarrassed. You know? What you mean? How would you get embarrassed? As far as like me not doing my job, I was supposed to been in camp, you know, and I wasn't in camp, so it was me like, all right, okay. It pissed me off so bad that I was like, all right, I don't know. I get what you're saying.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.